Children's Day is on June 1st in China. Let's see what's the regular things children in China do around Children's Day. Take my children for example. One is a third grader and the other is the first grader. Both of them go to the primary school in the village. My family of four used to live in Shanghai, and last year we decided to move to the village where my wife grew up. We made such a decision because we were both, I'm talking about me and my wife, were very disappointed at the education in the city. As I would like to put it, there is no fool like an urban fool, considering how much contact people in a city can get with the outside world. They turn out quite poorly, as the blind and fervent nationalism and distaste of foreign countries not hallowed in China is pervasive. This is not something visitors can easily sense, for a couple of reasons. One being that the usage of English is minimal, and the linguistic expression in Chinese even has always been throughout history the tool for collective thinking instead of for individual saying one's piece. The second reason is that the binary practice of walk the walk and talk the talk somehow is acceptable. In other words, being truthful is often risky or at least inconvenient. The third is Chinese faith in blood is thicker than water, meaning no matter how reasonable the rationale is, the fact that Tom is my father, Dick is my boss, and Harry is my homie is overarching. Another reason you may argue is fear. Alright, excuse me for being too serious for this topic of Children's Day. On the last Saturday before Children's Day, my children joined an activity held by the village office for all the children between grade 1 and grade 9 in the primary and middle school of our sub-village. The scene you are watching now is irrelevant to the activity I'm talking about for my children. I filmed this in the beginning of spring in Huizhou Old Town. Some 2 weeks ago, for the activity my children joined, there was no involvement of parents. There were about some 20 kids, led by 2 teachers. It was a day tour by bus for children to see some museums in Tunxi, the center or the downtown area of Huangshan City. The kids visited a science museum, an urban planning museum, and an exhibition of advanced role models. In the middle of the day, they went to a proper food court for lunch, where each kid was given a 40 yuan coupon to buy whatever they wanted. The kids came home happily with a package of gifts, including a book, a new school bag, some stationery, and a puzzle. Then on the day before June 1st, there was class performance acted by kids on campus. Now you are watching the performance of my daughter's class. They're in their first grade, around 6 years old or 7 years old. Now look for the girl in the first row, the second from left. That is my daughter. The name of the song is the Chinese panache or the Chinese style. To me, it's nothing but tacky, but the children enjoyed it. How do children spend their Children's Day in your country? Let me know in the comment section. The party piece in China is for children to perform a performance, to perform their duties of loving the country. It can take different forms, like singing, dancing, talent show, speech, or literary contest for children upwards of kindergarten. Here in rural China, especially in a small village, as there are not many kids left, the performance is basic. Whereas in a sizable town or big city, things can get much more complicated. Children's Day performance, among many other things, is like a stage set to show that the school is worth its while. It looks to me like that children have to perform hard to convince their own parents of the sophistication of the school. Some schools in Shanghai, for instance, require the parents to also take part in the performance.
I'm walking in the sun and around and around. I feel free to love and feel proud. I'm walking in the sun and around and around and around. In the sun and around and sun and around and In the land of joy, I try to understand how to find my
wrong with me? Yo, Cindy, baby, what's wrong with me? Cindy, give me your love. You make me sneeze all the time. Yeah. Now, 这么我一直狂打喷嚏，在流。What's wrong with me?
如果你突然打了个喷嚏，那一定就是我在想你。
Well, what have you noticed in these clips? To me, two foremost things. First, it's all daddies. Due to the gender imbalance, women, in looking for a husband, are in the vantage point. Most of women, if embracing a marriage at all, together with their parents, only want a man who is willing to be handpicked, in addition to a bunch of other key factors, with the status of the property at the top. Yes, this is the backbone of modern time marriage in China. The sine qua non for marriage is that lady calls the shots and lady pulls the purse strings. On that account, I'm so glad that I am an exotica again. I will take a chance to talk about the bridal gift practice in today's China. The other thing I found from these videos is that a lot of men are pretty overweight, if not to the degree of being fat at all. However, I can understand that they will select to punchline for the audience. Well, this is the remaining ending part of the dance of my daughter's class. There's another important special thing children do around Children's Day. Every Children's Day in China, there is a new batch of boys and girls who are admitted to the League of Chinese Young Pioneers. This is the phase for school juniors in the process of becoming later a youth league member, and finally a formal Communist Party member of China. In this initial stage of young pioneers, you don't have to apply. Paperwork is given to you automatically for you to sign on. In the registration form, or sometimes termed the application form, kids copy the printed writing that says, "I love the Communist Party of China. I love the country and the people. I study hard, exercise well, and make contributions to the cause of communism." Alright, finally, let's see through this TV program as supplements what kids have done in the past Children's Day somewhere in China.
可爱的小骏马们用欢乐的歌舞节目迎接节日，部队官兵也走进校园，把爱国爱军的种子播撒进孩子们的心田。日前，军委机关事务管理总局组织所属11所红星幼儿园举办红星照耀我成长文艺汇演，600余名师生通过情景再现的方式，展现了从建党初期到党的20大以来，军队幼教工作者在不同历史时期保育教育革命后代的历史故事，展示红星幼儿园从马背上的摇篮到新时代幼儿园的发展历程。在驻澳门部队荡仔营区，来自澳门9所小学的260名学生来到了军事展览馆，了解国防和军队建设发展历史，亲身体验模拟驾驶、模拟射击等训练科目。
今天感觉非常激动，还有开心。我会把这个有意义的过程分享给爸爸妈妈听。
6·1儿童节前夕，新疆军区某边防团官兵带领孩子们走进边防，近距离感受军营。
今天我们邀请驻地麦达小学50余名师生代表到连队开展军营开放日活动，通过讲戍边故事、参观荣誉室、体验武器装备等方式，让孩子们近距离感受军营，从小树立他们保家卫国的远大理想。
为迎接6·1儿童节，各部队开展丰富多彩的活动，让孩子们近距离感受军营风采，把国防观念根植在他们的心中。
走进军营，接受国防教育，是要让孩子们从小就懂得爱党、爱国、爱军，强化国防意识。
在山东威海，39所中小学数万名学生同步开展了同升国旗、同唱国歌、规范升国旗活动。在5星红旗的指引下，孩子们的爱国信念愈发坚定，报国之心愈发强烈。
我们组织全区中小学开展同升国旗、同唱国歌的主题活动，就是要通过仪式教育培养学生的爱国情感，强化国家观念、国防观念和集体意识，增强爱国的思想共识和行动自觉。
在安徽潜山，市人武部邀请优秀军人代表走进校园，结合部队发展历程和自身成长经历，为孩子们上了一堂声情并茂的国防教育课。
我父亲也是当兵的，今天听了国防教育课，我很受鼓舞。我要好好学习，长大以后保家卫国。
Wow, that sounds like a lot of steam to be let off. Chinese children have to think, for their age, way too much. Chinese culture is one that takes hierarchy for granted, which engenders nemesis. Because at the very, very bottom, they can't explain away the rudiment that children and parents are equal. I will touch up on that specifically on a future chance. On a funny note, to end today's program, let's hear what the children are saying at the picture taking. As I know, the most common picture word in China is 茄子, which is the phonetic equivalent to cheese in English. 茄子 in Chinese means eggplant. Just for you to know. It's interesting for me to see what the kids were just doing. Hopefully that was just for mere fun, not any incremental pickup of another adult custom of ingratiating something, which is one of many characteristics of Chinese life. Thanks for watching, everyone. Do bear my perhaps excessive worries, but I do like thinking and observing. Take care.